Alright, so haven't uploaded in a while, but this will pretty much be a video of exactly what the title says, my hopes and wants for Zombie Assault Resurgence. This is in no particular order. I'll just be playing SAS 4 while I talk about this. I have no script, no particular order, just notes of what topics I want to talk about. So, pretty much, first topic, I hope we can get better custom lobby, better custom lobbies to where you don't have to make a new lobby every time a game is over. I hope we get an in-game friends list, and I think they said that in the most recent dev diary with the Discord integration stuff. I was going to talk about how we should have better chat, because in this game, you can't really say anything. Can't even say thank you, I don't think. Or, no, you can't say you're welcome. But we need better friends list, or not, but a friends list in the first place, which I'm pretty sure we're getting. And better custom lobby integration, I guess. Because the custom lobbies in this game are not very good. And the second thing I want to talk about is, this is probably top of the list for me, is a better armor system. Like how in this game, using a full armor set does nothing. I think we should have something kind of like Terraria's set bonuses, where if you wear a full armor set, you get a boost with it. Like for Graphene, you could maybe just get an all-around buff to everything, because that's what Graphene really does. With... It'll let me in the bar? I guess totally lag. But, with a Ronson, you'll get... I guess you could get, like, crazy fire defense, which would make sense. Or maybe your fire weapons would do more damage or something. Just something interesting. Because right now, the meta armor, which I think I have it on right now, has no correlation to each other than the Titan gloves and boots. That's just because they're fast. But like, maybe with the full Titan set, because you can tell the full Titan set, you're not supposed to... Yeah, it's not supposed to be like a movement set, it's supposed to be like a tank. But since the gloves and boots make you fast, that's what people use them for. And it's kind of just really boring. And on that same topic, I was going to talk about this later, but this would be a good time to bring it up. Better balance. The armor balance and gun balance is horrendous in this game. I'm pretty sure the meta loadout is a shock field for bossing and a shock field for mobbing. Like, why? I hope Zombie Assault Resurgence has some good balancing, because if it doesn't, it's gonna get boring really quickly. Because we're gonna figure out what the best... we're gonna figure out what the best combination of armors is, and then only use that, and then the best weapons, and only use those. And this would segue pretty well into another topic on here. Difficulty. This game needs to be more difficult. Medic is useless. In SAS Flash, Medic wasn't useless, because the game had some difficulty to it. But in this game, Medic is useless when you hit level 96. Because that's when you get the if you do the order of, like, what it says in the SAS4 Discord server, you get the best defense at level 96, and you're pretty much invincible then. We need more, like, different enemies that have different counters and stuff like that. Because right now, not right now, in this game, everything is just, you shoot. There's no other play to it, like in, I know I keep mentioning SAS Flash, but it was a lot better. In SAS Flash, like shielders, you couldn't shoot through their shield. Well, in this game you can't, but it only, like, lowers the damage, I'm pretty sure, by like half. Which that's not very much, considering how much damage the player does. Something like that. But in SAS Flash, it would... Why am I... It would deflect your projectiles. Oh, and another thing that I forgot to write down, because it's happening right now. Horrible desync. Like, what is going on in this match? Specifically on this map. But yeah, this game is horrible with desync, and so has a lot of Ninja Kiwi's games, for some reason. I don't know why, but Ninja Kiwi really sucks with servers, I guess. To be fair, this game is old, and some of their newer games like BG6 and Battles 2 don't really have desync issues. But that is besides the point. I hope the next game doesn't have bad desync. Let's get on to the next topic. Let's do this. More game modes. I know they have shown they're adding more game modes, which I'm happy about, in the 2 playtests that we've had. I think it's been 2. Yeah, it's 2. We're about to have the 3rd one, which I'll probably make a video about that. But more game modes. That would be very nice. Because right now, you have Quick Play, which is horrible for grinding. It doesn't give you anything. And you have Nightmare, and then the like weekly modes. Which, the weekly modes are pretty good for XP. That's how I got my first account, which I lost to like level 80, or not, it was like 90 something on heavy. And there's with the desync again. But more game modes would be very nice. You could have more in between of difficulties. Because, you know, you got Nightmare and Quick Play. Which, Quick Play is, well, only useful until you unlock Nightmare. But I think they said something about having, like, a dynamic difficulty slider with dynamic rewards. Not slider, but, like, something similar to that. So that will be good for the game. And let's segue to the next topic. Less microtransactions. This is a pretty big issue. I've spent money on the game. Too much. You can't tell by the weapons I'm using, but that's because I love this game. But I don't think you should have to spend money to get some weapons. It's especially stupid that spending money lets you level up quicker. And I don't think they will have a lot of microtransactions in the next game, especially premium weapons. They might have like event guns, like kind of like championships in SAS Flash. but they probably won't have premium weapons because that's a paid game. It's gonna be like probably like 10, 15 bucks on Steam, and maybe like 5 to 8 bucks on mobile. I don't know about the iOS store. I don't have an iPhone, and I know pricing for iOS games is usually higher for some reason. But if we get less microtransactions, that'd be very good. And the last thing, which is the thing I'm least hoping for, but I'm still a little bit hopeful for, is a new character. They said they might add a new character in the like one of the earliest dev blogs. They said it's not going to be a launch thing, but they said they might do it post-launch, which is cool. The idea I have for one is like an engineer that buffs turrets and maybe has like a special turret ability, and they're purple instead of, well, what are the colors we have right now? Purple is probably the most different, maybe green. I think that would be a very cool idea. Oh, and one thing I didn't add to notes. Something like weapons. The weapon balance, this is kind of on the balance discussion. Kind of like, how would I explain this? Like, I don't know. More things like the proposition, where you're just this big, heavy guy that's really slow, but you should be able to tank stuff. They should add more tank-related weapons and armor that are actually good. Because the current tank-related weapons and armor aren't very good except the proposition. And like, maybe the hotspot, if you consider that a tank weapon, but... especially the tank armor, though. Like, hardplate is horrible. Never use hardplate. But, yeah, I hope I can see some of these things I'm talking about in Zombie Assault Resurgence, because if that game isn't good, I don't know what I'm gonna do for this year, because I've been looking forward to that game since I was like 8 or 9, and I'm 17 now. So, I've been playing this game for quite a while. Maybe not 8 or 9, maybe like 10. I don't remember. I started playing it when I was relatively young, but I'm just hoping this game doesn't get delayed again, 1, and 2, releases in a good state, unlike Fightland, which is another Ninja Kiwi game that you guys probably haven't heard of, because it had no marketing, and you've probably only heard of it at the bare minimum if you are in the server and you pay attention to their announcements and all that. But I hope it doesn't release like that, where they just shadow drop it without really telling anyone. I don't even think they said it in announcements. I don't remember seeing an announcement for it. And then it had like 8 concurrent players on Steam, and I think it's already done getting updates. They've already given up on it, which is wild. I just hope... I believe in Ninja Kiwi. I've always liked them as a company for the most part. Some of the stuff they did is kind of... Is that just a nano flying to me? Some of the stuff they've done is kind of weird. Like when they completely gutted SAS 3 so that people would play SAS 4. They made it to where you can only play 3 maps, and that's kind of weird. But that was ages ago. That was before I even got into SAS as a series. But I think that's enough discussion of SAS. So if that's what you came here for, you can leave, like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more SAS content, because I will be posting more. Maybe not SAS until Zombie Sort Resurgence comes out, but now I'm going to talk about my channel and what I plan on doing with it. I don't know how much I'm going to upload. I've made too many promises about that in the past. I'm not going to say anything, because I can't keep any promises. I don't know how much I'm going to upload. And I might stream a little bit again. I do like streaming. I do have a loyal streamer viewership of like 3 or 4 people that come to every stream, and that makes me happy, because I like seeing that people look forward to when I upload. There's at least a few people that like my content. And I don't know, I enjoy streaming a lot more. I really don't like editing. Not like not most, but a lot of people, where I don't like hearing my own voice. I don't really mind it. But it's just like boring. I like editing videos like my my Lethal Company ones. Those were really fun to edit, because it's just me and my friends fucking around, and that's really funny. I like doing editing funny videos, but just me like playing a game, like my Polarity series that I lost because I got a new PC and then lost the world. But those videos like that are kind of boring. I don't really like editing those, because it's just kind of me talking to myself. And I like streaming because I don't have to edit. But if I'm playing with like friends or something, I would prefer to make a video, because then I can edit it, add subtitles, only do the funny moments. If my friends say anything outlandish, I can edit it out, because I know my friends. But I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope Zombie Assault Resurgence releases in the second quarter of this year, because that's what they said. So what, the second quarter would be 3rd to 6th month. So that is actually not too far away, now that I think about it. Let's see the premium guns they're selling. Wow, 2 guns I already have. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be trying to make more content. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in the next video.